Oh, hello, people. Oh, there we go. Music turned off for a second there. My bad. Make sure no Bobo audio is gonna happen here in a second. Should be okay for now. I hope. How's everybody doing? Gonna start this here Arceus. Arceus? I guess it's pronounced Arceus now, huh? I was one of those Pokemons where I wasn't quite sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. But like the movies or whatever had came out. Arceus, Arceus. I think I remember saying Arceus for a while myself. But yes, it's here. At least, yesterday, basically, for everybody. Except me. Had to wait till today to go and pick it up. But it is now mine. It's in my hands. And I can... Okay, we can stop that now. Goldenrod City, you're great. But, we need you to stop. I love you, Goldenrod City, but please. If I ever do a Heart Gold Soul Silver playthrough, I don't get traumatized by that. Oh, okay. Make sure. How is the volume? The game volume. I might need to lower it just a bit. Well, that doesn't really tell me much. We'll play it by ear. Oh yes, Italian, just like how Tifa is now a honorary member of the Italian Senate. That joke. I know nothing about what's gonna happen. So this should be fun. Looks like almost like the light when you open, as you're opening your eyes. Breath in the Wild. Open your eyes, Link. Link. Open your eyes. Sorry. Welcome to my well. Located beyond time and space. It is well that thou art here. I am that which humans call Arceus. Okay. Now I wish to know thine appearance. Hey look, it's Hikari. Or, Dawn. As I guess we know it over here. I ain't got no blue hair, that's for sure. What is thy name? Had to do it this way. Unfortunately, there are people here who, nearby who tough. I could do it. Gonna suck. Fine. Lily. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. World inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokemon. Lily. Seek out all Pokemon, and thou shalt find me once more. Oh, okay, bye. Okay, bye. Smartphone? No. No. Good music though, but time travel? Isekai? Reincarnation Isekai. Oh my god. Ah! Okay. I'm fine with that. Or time travel Isekai. Oh my god. I think that would happen. Wake up! Oh, okay, that was actually loud. Oh, you wake up, won't you? The Mons. The Pokemons are here. Let me make sure. Okay. Are you alive, my girl? Hi. Nice, facial hair? That pattern. What is that pattern? You gave me quite the shock, falling from the sky like that. Oh, and what about that volcano in the background? Look at that. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, thank goodness you seem unharmed. Who are you? I'd ask you the same. You fell out of the sky, you understand? Come now, who in the world does that? I must say, your clothing's unusual. You would have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I doubt it. I see. You'd be in a pickle. I'd offer some directions. If so, where you could stay? Oh, no. Don't know anyone here, and you don't even know where to spend the night. A proper pickle indeed. Are you able to survive? I don't know what to do. Look at me. I'm a youngin'. I see no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Hooroo! Boom! Fish splash. Oh, I've forgotten. I was caught up with these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. As if they knew you appear. Interesting. You know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. Oh, hi, that's a relief. You fell from the sky. Seems we have common ground, huh? Well, yes, these 3 Pokemon belong to me, mysterious creatures they are. But what might your name be? Ah, called Lilly. Name has quite a ring to it. Imagine it have some lovely meaning. Oh, but I apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Professor Leviton. I'm something of a Pokemon professor. That's to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon such as these 3. You're saying? Oh, blast and bother my darling Pokemon. Why must you run from me again? I'm really sorry, but you think you could help me round them up? I beg of you. Wait, you 3, wait! Okay. Oh, we can move. Okay, hold on. Need to check something. With my audio settings. My bad. It's more just that. Not gonna hear something. You're not gonna hear anything for a brief second. Okay. It should pop out. This one called again? Okay, found it. Oh. Okay, never mind. We're good. Never mind. I did it dumb. I understand now. I understand the dumbness, what I have to do. So there'll be a little double audio for a brief second. Okay, everything should be fine. Should. There we go. Anyways, dash. Got a bag. All right. Good, we have a dash at least. What's this one? Hey, look! It's our phone! Probably take some pictures too. Got something resembling a phone. Like that. I really should also just take photos more often in the games that I play. I don't really think about it until it's already passed. Probably your phone, but it changed shape. Feel strange power emanating from it. Message appeared on screen. Hello, this is... I bestow upon thee on this Arc phone and thy mission. Seek out all Pokemon. From your bestie, Arceus. What does their phone say? Is this from the Aloha region? Is that where they're from? Professor. What was your name again? Leviton. Alas, another miss. Glad you came to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. Tried catching little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at these sort of things, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you about these three first. That one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant. Apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. Woo! I guess this is our time to shine. That one's over Cyndaquil. Fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it's surprised or irritated. Near the pond is the Pokemon Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water. It can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing. How to go about catching a Pokemon. There you go, my girl. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. 50. Oh, okay. Good start, I guess. Balls can be crafted by hand if you got the necessary materials. Won't do for an explanation, will it? I apologize, let me be more thorough. I mentioned already, Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's strange about them, you ask? Why each and every Pokemon is able to shrink down itself to minuscule size. That's where Pokeballs come in. Pokeball is a recent invention, you see. Throw one at a Pokemon and... why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit in the ball comfy as can be. With that, you caught a Pokemon. I know we just met, but I'm afraid no one else to turn to. I'd be grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Proper techniques that take aim at a Pokemon, then let the ball fly. Quite simple. Oh, far be it for me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. In other words, you kind of suck at throwing. Which, I mean, to be fair, I'm not the best at throwing stuff either. Ooh. Made sure to make some green tea today. Let's see. Hold down the CR button to ready a Pokeball and take aim. Moves around as you do so using the right stick to adjust your aim. Release the CR button to throw the Pokeball. If it hits the Pokemon, you might be able to catch it. You're ready to Pokeball but do not want to throw it. Press B to cancel the throw. That's handy at least. And a Quill, you're first to go. Wonderful, you caught a Pokemon. Seems you're quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only two of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. I can hardly believe it. Incredible. No, many people even fear to approach Pokemon, never mind catching them. Bravo indeed. One more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? Oh good, I can... What? I'm afraid that could happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old girl. So, I guess they only shake once now? And it's just like, I hope you got it. Plus, that's just supposed to be a tutorial thing. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. The 3 Pokemon you caught have just arrived at the village to help with our research. Well, you hadn't listened to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted out of the village, almost as if they knew you were falling from the sky. I must say, let's take it back how well you could use the Pokeballs. How is it you catch Pokemon so aptly when you just arrived here? It's like, Good at throwing? Seek out all Pokemon. That object is an arc phone, you say? What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. Maybe I have a dream. Compile this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. We in the field called such a catalog a Pokedex. Yes, a proper Pokedex. A wonderful work of research, containing detailed records of all Pokemon found in a region. But, in order to properly document Pokemon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented. Not many have mastered the skill of using one. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. That's my only talent? Kidding me? What about being friends with them? Oh well. I'm sure it'll work out. Goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those caught. Situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out? Well, come now. Okay, fine. Whoever and wherever you're from you may be, I welcome you with open eyes. Our Pokedex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. And we'll sort out your lodgings and find you proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then, onward to Jubilife Village. Jubilife Village, huh? Oh, now I noticed the volcano. Now I notice it. Thank you for your tireless work. Keeping us safe, my good guardsmen. Young lady here was a great assistance to me and my Pokemon. I hope you'll forgive my bringing her into the village for a bit. Just like, yeah. I'm just like, oh. That face I made. That was a good facial expression. Like, oh. Where am I? Game's surprisingly kind of quiet, actually. Like, I have the game volume, the capture card, at full volume right now. Kinda crazy. I might, you know what? I might. Doing it. There you go. Almost. This is basically the same volume I'm hearing it as. Life Village comes a long way thanks to the fine people at the... Oh, okay. We're moving. We're moving. Let's look at Canal Avenue. Seen that child before here? Oh god, it's going fast. But no, No! You're so little. What dress matter is that? Shh, she'll hear you. There's a Galaxy Hall, okay. Professor know that child? Not supposed to talk to strangers, you know. That with the professor. Oh, Father Haitian, I've almost forgotten. I need to go report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. Might I ask you wait for me at the canteen? Just past the bridge here to the left. A wallflower, it's called. Sorry, I have to take this phone from the future. Oh, thank goodness. A mini map. Minus button. Built map for the next section. Also see guidance markers when you're exploring or running out around the village. That's good. Quest markers are always good to have at times. Can I talk to you? Oh, I can. Xenon. We're no food for freeloaders. Drive out there is a daily battle, you know. Oh, the kids ran away. Dio? Oh no, show. This region's huge and lots of Pokemon too. Came here anyway, how come? Reasons. Now bridge. Hello, I've been told to come here. That was a good... Oh! Arceus, awfully suspicious. Wallflowers for Galaxy Team folks only. No seats for outsiders. Move along. Oh. The world are you? What that bizarre garb you're wearing? Pokemon could slice right through those flimsy excuses for clothes. You need to get in, someone must have vouched for you. Yeah. Was it Professor Leventon? Do you know each other? A region from a long way off. Not the most reliable sort, though. Any Pokemon run off and give him the slip and all. 3 more of them got away just a while ago. I haven't been resting up after some Pokemon dropped me with a move called Thunder Shock. I'd corralled them for sure. The Professor... well... unfortunately, it's just as Ray says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Oh, so that's his name? Ack. Everything will be quite alright now. Lilly's agreed to help me, well, to help us with the Pokedex. As in, she's gonna join the Survey Corps? What makes you think that's a good idea? We can't just take it in misfits who wanders out in the wildness. I'll allow it. Yeah! Oh yeah. What was her name? Assuming the individual could contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. Like, I know she was showed off from the trailers. Like, I only seen like a few of the trailers, like, because I wanted to, you know, myself surprised. Also, I guess whenever there's like that loud noise, suddenly the game will spike in volume. Otherwise, it's pretty low. Celine, okay. Professor Laverton has told me how you helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped his control. Now it seems you want us, like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. Look to be 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep. Can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us. Among us? Without any of their idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Oh, most reasonable decision, Captain. Now would you care for us for a meal? Or you got plenty of questions for our visitor? That's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. Oh. Bye. Oh, aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversations then, eh? Any old chum, the usual potato mochi, if you please. I'll make it for 3 today. Potato mochi. That's interesting. Potato mochi. Cook 'em, smash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Hi, Corgi. Just started the adventure today. Let's say, the music's pretty cool. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never failed to please. Where'd you find a stranger in the first place, Professor? Well, you know, that great hole in the sky? The one people call the space-time rift. A new friend fell right out of it. Is that a joke? Come now, I'm a scientist. My job's to observe and explain any and all phenomenon. Concern myself with only facts. Now, you already know there are many Pokemon here in the Hisui region. They're all over the place. The grass, the forest, the ocean. It's up to us Survey Corps to study them and figure out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess. What sort of wondrous things they could do. I'm way more tired than usual? Don't know how much I'll chat. That's fine. We need to rest up. Go and rest. Ooh, that donbori bowl. Look at that bowl. That's the kind I usually like eating out of like a gyudon. Yeah, speaking of a rice bowl, I made a salmon bowl today for dinner. I cooked some salmon, got some rice and miso soup. I say it's a salmon bowl, but it's really just, I made like salted salmon, but instead of eating it all separately, I just combined all of them. I was lazy. Surprisingly good. Especially if you're like, for like a cold day today. Like it went down. It's going down to like 24. I don't know what that is in what that's in Celsius, but it's going down pretty cold tonight. Which I know you were saying yesterday that it's gonna get, yeah, it's pretty cold where you're at too. The Galaxy team's capable of feats such as that. Alright, catching 3 Pokemons. Means we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest. Really something. Count ourselves lucky when able to catch a single wild Pokemon while fending off their attacks. Well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. Also got snow and I had to shovel. Ooh. Yeah, that's the one aspect I don't miss. Don't mind not having shoveling. Like, I like the snow. I don't want to deal with the snow. It's, you know. Heavy blanket. Ooh. Right now, my cat has my heavy blanket. I do have a light blanket I could put on me if needs to, but right now it's not too bad. Supposed to get colder like a few more hours though. Catch a Pokemon is... Please not pick up being... Pretty close enough to aim your Pokeball well. Seems our new friend's fearless enough to do just that. But I can't really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider. Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know. Slow progress on our Pokemon Pokedex of yours has got her on edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in a good captain stress eating soon enough. Have your fill. And think, make it to the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides all for its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. Also, Mr. Old Man, was your mustache green or was that my imagination? Delicious. You're awfully relaxed about all this. You know we won't have to get to have Lily join the survey corps unless she passes a trial. No worries, I have complete confidence. Let's hope it's not misplaced. Lily, was it? For tonight at least, we'll provide you with a place to sleep. Now use our quarters there. But if you fail to pass the trial, we put you tomorrow, you must move on. Be expelled from the village to meet your fate. And perhaps death. In the wilds. Wow. Death. The word death in a Pokemon game, that's not often heard. It's like... Ooh. Captain Celine's like Hisui in a way. Plenty harsh. Now, she simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turn in for night, hey? Good thing we can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. Imagine our new friend has enough falling for one night. With that, both good night. Yep, sleep tight. No, people falling from the sky? That's some kind of story. Got a light show going up there as well. Where is it? There it is. Can you... I wonder if you could zoom in. Okay. Probably... Maybe could? We'll learn more. Aw, man, look at that. Ew. Don't forget to take off your shoes. Nice fire in the sunken heart can keep the entire room heated. Jug used to store drinking water. There's a lid on top to keep debris falling in. Checking survey tips. Survey tips contains all sorts of useful information to help you carry out survey work in the Hisui region. Read them many times and press the up button. Don't wish your toils to be forgotten. Diligent record keeping will save you from such a fate. Save your progress. Press the up button. Also autosave. Okay. Oh, wait. Look, you can store lots and lots of items in it. Dresses are a very solid construction where extra sets of clothing can be had. Oh? Paper lantern. Seems to use oil as its fuel. Lovely stones that someone must have found, but just plain old stones. Length mirror. I guess you could change it. Our 5 principles. 1. Behave with courtesy to others. 2. Superiors are owed your respect. 3. Likes and dislikes are a luxury ill afforded. 4. Those who are weaker must be helped. 5. Difficulties must be faced head on. Alright, let's go rest for now. It's the Bidoof! Bidoof, not Beatles. The next day. Hey in there, you awake? Was some wild lightning last night, right? Anyway, you're up. Come on out. Can I go back to sleep? Aw. Okay. Why are you wearing shoes in bed, though? Me? Who does that? Sleep all right? No, it's not easy in a strange new land. Better not keep Captain Celine waiting. Let's hurry to the headquarters. So, just shortly before I started the stream, I made I started preparation for my bread pudding. Like, I've been wanting to make it the last few days. And now I have started the soaking process. Kind of like French toast in a way. That's soaking the bread mixture is the cut up bread pieces are soaking in the mixture right now in the fridge. So once I go in, wake up tomorrow, or rather a little after I wake up tomorrow, I'll go and make the bread pudding. I'm looking forward to that. Here we are, Galaxy Hall. What do you think? Seen a building this grand before? Don't give up. Keep those eyes open. Wow, Pokemon. They're everywhere. Attacking from all sides. Send out my Pokemon, partner Pokemon, but it's a whole pack numbered. What happens when you go far afield? Medical corps will put you to the rights. You realize if you fail your trial and get flung out of the village, you could die. Oh, you might die even sooner than that if you have to take on this trial without a Pokemon to be your partner. Okay. Always talk about food during making food during the stream. I'm sorry. It's just what I do. It's a natural part of me. Is food. Just what I do. Whew. I wonder if potato mochi is an actual thing. Go and check that up. Potato mochi. Oh, would you look at that? Guess that's a thing. Okay. Guess that was not a made-up food. Good to know. Let's get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, you prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Field lands and catch 3 different Pokemon species. Bidoof, Charlie, and Shinx. 3 species right away? None of us have ever managed that. Did this stranger not caught 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for her. The professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. Galaxy does not have the means to provide those who only take without giving. That Abra just chilling back there. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond any doubt you'll be an asset to our cause. I'll lend you one of our Survey Corps satchels to carry around whatever you need in the field. Like, I guess I'm doing this. That, whatever it is you're wearing, doesn't suit our satchels in the least. Ray, I'll expect you to step in if anything goes awry. The Galaxy Team's entry trial. Press the Y button while consulting the map on your Arc phone, and you can check the tasks you have waiting. There are 2 missions. There are 2 types: missions and requests. Missions must be completed to progress in your adventure, while requests are optional and be given by people you meet. Pardon, Lily, with a moment. I spy a Kotatsu table in your room. No, go back. Golly, good morning to everyone. What do you need, Professor? In order to complete our Pokedex and, well, we survive in this unforgiving land, Lily must pass this trial. And as a professor of Pokemon, I've got just the ticket to help accomplish that. Time? It's time. It's already in the title, so we know what we're getting. A partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. These little darlings are very dear to me. It's plain they seem rather curious about you. Well, my girl, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your own? As if it's a question. Well, what do you have to say? I choose whichever one your gut tells you to. Good advice. Cyndaquil is your first partner? Yes. Little Waddle. Little Waddle. Oh. One of the Pokemon you caught at Prelude Beach for me will now be yours to keep. Good luck. I tucked Cyndaquil back into the Pokeball for you, so take it. It's yours. Oshawott looks sad that I didn't pick him. Sorry, Oshawott. You're cute, but You're no Totodile. So, if you were Totodile, we'd be having a different conversation. Word of advice, my girl, pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty, which ones contain a Pokemon when you're out in the field. Look at these two cheer on their pal Cyndaquil. Or maybe they just wanted to help Lilly with their trial? That could be well. We did go dashing for the village when Lilly fell out of the sky after all. Worry not, you two. I'll have you assist my research for now. By the by, what species has Captain Celine charged you with catching? Ashing! All three of those species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use in your trial then. So 20 more? Pretty good. These Pokeballs may be well handcrafted, but work a treat as you've already seen. We'll have this trial cleared in no time. Let's be off. Show you the way to Obsidian Fieldlands. Meet me at the gate to the left as you leave headquarters. So can I... Up on the 3rd floor is the office of Galaxy Team Commander's Kamado. You're not going up there until we know a little bit more about you, mystery kid. Okay. Hi, Abra. Abba! You know what is expected of you. Now it's up to you to see things through. I want to go under the Kotatsu. Look, there's Oshawott. Okay, where's okay. I guess if I didn't choose Cyndaquil, they would go right here then. Down here. Kaohua. We're in the middle of nowhere out here. We have to make what we need ourselves. Maybe a small thing, but it just feels great to be able to make what's needed for the team. Might be important for later then. Guess I need to earn their trust, man. Wonder what a Starly would like. Throw spoiled apricorns at wild Pokemon to make them drop to defense. Be easier to capture. How do you know that? Guess those requests. Interested in that in the background. I know who that is. You seen that person from the trailer? But not Cynthia. Oh, speaking of. Never mind. Oh? Curious getup you have there. Really tell you're quite the character. I'm follower of the Ginkgo Guild. Go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui. I heard about you from this fell from the sky, huh? That's certainly a tale I like to hear. Oh, I do have a Pokemon. Certainly full of surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is key to any good merchant's success. What do you say? How about you and I see one of our Pokemon stand up to another in a battle? Sure. I like you better and better. What a delightful find. Also heard this trial you're about to attempt. Have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. I hope you know you'll lose your Pokemon if your Pokemon reaches 0. Guess it's time. Go, Cyndaquil. Oh, I can move? Oh, this is the battle theme from Diamond and Pearl. Okay, it's different though. It's different enough. Battle decided. Moves, items, use them well, and the world will be open to you. Da-da-da-dun. I wonder if there's a setting to make the sounds not as inconsistent. So it's good always good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? As they gain experience through battle, they'll learn more moves and grow stronger. Want to change your moves your Pokemon can use? Open your satchel. Change moves. Huh? Oh, so few Pokemon have their own Pokemon. Only more knew how to use Pokeballs. At any rate, let's hope our two battlers recover. And to you, my Sky Fallen friend, I present some potions in thanks. 60. Wow, that's higher than the 20 that's in the base game. What? 4 Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly. If you could battle that well, I got a feeling you may have your trial well in hand, even if it's more to do with catching than battling. Now to the Obsidian Fieldlands. When you leave Jubilife Village, you have to pick a destination from your map and let the guardsmen know where you're off to. That way, no one can collect you if things go wrong. Hope you make it through it. So... You're Lilly, correct? There's 4 of you be passing through. Trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. Missions and requests. Alright. See how this goes. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Didn't do much today. Otherwise. Like, I got this. I went out. At first I went to, Target, because I knew there was, they were doing like a limited edition, or not edition, but a limited time offer of some, stationery stuff if you were to buy it physically. However, it was so crowded in there. Like, I just like took one step in, realized what was happening, and then I was just like, yeah, no, this ain't worth it. So then luckily there was a store close by that was not stupid busy. I was able to just pick this up. Our base camp. It's where we start and finish our surveys. Remember what you gotta do. Catch species. Bidoof, Starling, Shinx. Really curious to see what the professor's stories about you are true. Oh, Professor, something wrong? Well, see. Captain Celine got a hold of me after you left. Impressed upon me, I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest. Doesn't let up. How exactly are you supposed to help out here, Professor? To be honest, my dear boy, I don't intend to lift a finger. Lilly's talents are the real deal. We'll pass with flying colors. You'll see. In other words, I'm still bearing the responsibility, huh? I'm ideal state of affairs. Let's get started. You'll be more than equal to this. Catch a Bidoof. Okay. Just like in the anime. Aspiration Hills. Look, Bidoof. You may be some sort of prodigy, but just in case, here's what Captain Celine taught me. Holding focuses on a wild Pokemon and keeps it in your sight as long as it's nearby. Oh, okay. That's good. Bidoof is a mellow Pokemon. Means it doesn't tend to run away when you approach it. Aim carefully. Does your Pokeball fly? That'll be alright. Ah, okay. Ayo, got it. One Bidoof got. Now we're on a march. Look at that little waddle. Now Starly here. It's the type to run at the drop of a hat. Worry not. Crouch down in the grass and it won't spot you. That's how you can get close. Press the B button to crouch. Make it harder for wild Pokemon to notice you. Press the same button again to rise. Creep into tall grass while crouched. Make it even harder for wild Pokemon to detect. Okay. That turnip thing over there. Oh, I missed. I missed. There's nothing over here. Perfectly fine. Okay. Oh, go on. It's fine. Nothing here. Absolutely nothing. There we go. Charlie caught two. I'm impressed so far. We'll get some berries. Got to share another smidgen of wisdom. How to throw your partner's Pokeball. Quote Captain Celine's wise teaching. Have an item at the ready? Want to send a Pokemon out? Press X. And Pokemon at the ready, but want to throw an item? Press X. And did you go, what do you mean by pressing X? Got a Pokemon at the ready? Try aiming for certain rocks or trees like this. Your Pokemon will hunt for berries and things and it'll bring back whatever it finds. Ah. Okay. There it is. Jinx. Dum bum. Inks has an aggressive disposition. You already know that already? Kinda. That figures. Me, I had to focus on a Pokemon carefully to notice a thing like that. Once aggressive Pokemon gets round up, they'll knock away any balls you have. When you use EL, you'll see how easy it is to catch. The more arrows you see, the easier it catches. Oh, okay. An X icon will appear if a Pokemon has picked a fight with you. Warning. Pokemon displaying this icon cannot be caught unless you gauge them in battle. Worry not. I'll teach you the trick to catching them. Draw them into battle. Once it's caught up in the heat of battle, you can throw a Pokeball to try and catch it. You got a few Pokemon of your own to use now, right? Take one of their Pokeballs and throw it at a wild Pokemon you want to battle. Starting a Pokeball battle. Please just start a battle. Simply throw your own Pokemon. Okay, that's cool. How do I... Wait, did you really? You really did it! You did it! 3 Pokemon caught! You really are some kind of prodigy. Must have given Professor Laventon the shock of his life. First you fall from the sky, and you go and capture all of our escaped Pokemon, one after another? Honestly didn't believe the professor's story until you saw you in action myself. And here you are with 3 Pokemon caught. You completed your trial. Can I have foods now? You told me if I catch Pokemon, you'll have food. Oh ho! I said you passed the trial with flying colors. It seems you did just that. Congratulations. 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 Congratulations, Shinji. This calls for a commemorative photograph. Oh. Gotta admit, it's true. Got a real talent for this. Now then, let's report back to Captain Celine and head back to Jubilite Village, eh? Yes, sir. Eventually, you should be able to have Pokemon you caught to go live in the village pastures. Most Pokemon a person can have with them is 6, apparently. Not that we have anyone who can manage that. Come now, you two, let's not dilly-dally shilly-shally. Captain Celine waits a report to headquarters. Can't wait to see the captain's reaction. I mean, I can, like... Hey, Cyndaquil. You want to follow me? Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Does that mean I could, like... That's cute. Oh, look. Look, hold on. Hold on. What, could you do that again? Yes! Okay, that's cool. That's the good serotonin. I'm back. Please don't kick me out. It seems we won't have to leave you to die after all. Congratulations. You passed your trial, but hold on to that satchel. I must admit you impressed me. Set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like yourself could be worthy. You cleared it. This is yours, the official uniform of the Survey Corps. Hooray! Get changed to the room you used last night. Then you report at once to the 3rd floor. Present yourself in uniform to our commander. This is your first official order as the from your captain. Oh, okay. When you're in uniform, use the mirror in your quarters to make sure you put it on right. I'm a real Survey Corps person now. Woo! Survey Corps. Oh, you know what? I meant to check. Check speed, background music, sound effects. I might lower the sound effects just a bit because it gets a bit loud. We'll check the other ones. Adjust the ratio between the loudest and quietest noise to make it easier to hear. That's interesting. Oh, did I not put on? Oh. I'll have the, Although I do take off my shoes. Look at that. That was... Okay. Maybe the people won't be mean to me anymore. Look at you in the Survey Corps uniform. Now it feels like you're finally one of us. I do wonder what the captain decided to go ahead and get a uniform ready for you. I see you changed. Regarding your accommodations, you can continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well. Cute. Present yourself to the commander. Okay. Okay, bye. Guess we'll see what these rooms are about. Future. Hello there. I've been waiting for you. I am Kamado, commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. You're Lilly. Oops, I didn't see what the... Okay. I've been briefed of your situation, including how you fell from this rift from the sky. Now then, let's see what you're made of. Face me in combat! Charge. Hiya! You got vigor. I'll give you that. You'll work on your sumo technique, but I do see some potential. Literally just threw a child. Okay. Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider who literally fell out right out of the blue. Superstitious among us might see you as a rival as a portent of disaster. But you trust the trial the bells put up to you. No matter how odd you may seem, out of Jubilife Village now. Dedicate your work to the Galaxy Expedition Team and complete the Pokedex. I warned you, Lily. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you work. Yes, sir. Please don't kill me. Please don't throw me again. That was very nice. The commandos also accepted you. Understand this. Begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. Perform well in the survey course, you will move up through the ranks. Indeed, the more you add to the Pokedex, the higher your rank will become. Working on the Pokedex will also, of course, bring you closer to that goal of yours, to seek out every last Pokemon. Here, you'll need this. A recipe for crafting Pokeballs. An apricorn and a tumblestone. And 3,000, Pokedollars, I guess? Yen? It was yen in the first game, but, you'll have to buy the necessary materials. Hooray, I have money. Ray, you're an expert at crafting yourself. Your new record what she needs to know. Yes, ma'am, Captain. Get ready for a lesson in crafting. Oh my god, crafting means making items from scratch. That's right. Whatever you need in your survey work, you'll mostly make yourself. Some things you could buy in the general store. Good to try to be self-sufficient. This way, we can even catch Pokemon with Pokeballs we've crafted ourselves. Listen to me prattle on. Let's go to the Craftsworks so you can try it yourself. Alright, let me pour myself another cup of tea. Might need to lower the sound effects like one more time too. Because it still goes like directly into the red compared to the rest of what's in the video in the video capture card audio shenanigans. My name is Anth. I'm the local clothier. Professor asked that I rented you a change of clothes, so here you go. Hope they fit. Daily light clothes, everyday kimono, and everyday trousers. Ooh. I hope you'll avail yourself to the village's humble shops. This way to the Craftsworks. Yeah, I'm definitely changing the sound effects. It's too big of a difference between the stuff. Good. That smug face of mine too. Ooh, that's hot. Craftworks and a workbench where you craft. Pretty self-explanatory, right? We get to have one on the field too. You step up to a workbench, I'll supply you materials to make some Pokeballs. Build a present to celebrate your passing. As for the money the captain gave you, Feel free to spin however you like. Any recipes you get should tell you the materials you need to complete them. At the workbench, choose what you want to make and get crafting. Go on, try it out. Alright. This will make 10. Seems good. The basics of crafting completed. Now, oh, that's some fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe this is your first time stepping up to the workbench, my girl. You'll recall, of course, the Pokemon possess odd power to shrink themselves down. The Pokeball we craft, you make sure to use that power to catch them. Also, more Pokemon species can be duly recorded in a Pokédex. On that note, here you are. Pokédex. It's like, that's right, you gotta write them. Task with unreported data. Cyndaquil. Search level 0. Togepi. Interesting. Research point 0. Next rank 500. Oh boy. Hope it aids you well and to seek out all the Pokemon there are in this grand region. Take plenty of research tasks to help the professor complete the Pokédex. I gotta get going on those myself. I'm all happy to explain more of the research tasks I could use your assistance with. Come join me in the Fieldlands camp whenever you're ready, my good Lilly. Still... Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. Going to the Fieldlands camp. Mind taking care of a request for me? I'm standing guard, so I can't leave my post. I'll be here at the headquarters if you want to talk about it. Yay, quests! Now we're getting into it. Oh, this is Pokemon called a Wurmple. Heard of it? Yeah, it's that word thing. Well, you see, I was having a chat with the professor. He was telling me that after a Pokemon gains a certain amount of experience through battling and the like, sometimes it changes appearance to become stronger. It was a phenomenon called evolution. Some Pokemon undergo evolution, which changes their appearance and stats. If your Pokemon has met requirements, be able to select the evolve option when viewing the Pokemon. Also, you get to, instead of the whole press B to deny. I decided I want to raise a Wurmple myself and have it evolve. You're part of the survey corps, aren't you? Got your Wurmple? You let me have it? Be a reward for you, I promise. Give me a Wurmple if you can. Sure, why not? Oh, since we're here, might as well see if anyone else needs quests. Who needs a quest taken care of? I'm here for all of you. You took a peep, by the way. There's this security, construction, and agricultural. A few others besides. Shine Guardian, watch over us. Lucille sells various protective charms that come in handy when you're out in the wilds. Yeah, to give thanks to the guardian of the shrine who watches all over in Jubilife. You, child, you're here to pray. After a prayer for the shrine, perhaps my charm can help. Oh, okay. What charms do? It's lost items you want to prevent? I suggest the tempting charm for you, my dear. Did you ever faint? The magic becomes the first item to vanish from your satchel. Take any other place of other items that would have been lost. If you wish to keep yourself from fainting, survival charm is what you need. Simply possessing this mythical item makes one less likely to faint while exploring. Good health is what you want? A warding charm is your friend. Gives one the mysterious ability to escape the effects of status conditions inflicted by wild Pokemon moves. Oh god. I'm good. Very well. That'll be handy for later. Pachirisu. Raining grounds. Okay. Go back for that one later. We got 3 more quests there. Y'all need Homeseer needs a quest that a 15-year-old person could help with. Don't be shy. Oh? Abusal. Pokemon of the same species really come in different sizes? I know the professor said they do. I have a hard time believing it until I see a different size ones line up side by side. They really are Abusal bigger than mine. I'd love to see them alongside the one I have for comparison's sake. And you're a natural when it comes to Pokemon catching Pokemon, right? Bet you see where I'm going with this. You catch a Abusal bigger than mine? You let me have it? Sure. Oh, they even tell you the order number of the quest too. That's handy. Oh, that newcomer who fell from the sky. Heading to outside the village? Oh, of course you are. Servicors must have to get out and about to compile that Pokedex. Couple of stars playing. It's all good. Golf with friends. Oof. Sounds neat. Isn't that one of the VR games? Am I thinking of a different golf game? I saw... It's not... Okay. Because I was watching somebody stream a few days ago. Like, there was their first time using VR. And it was a golf game. I couldn't remember what it was called. Last time when I went to do like leave on the mini vacation last month, I got to do mini golf for the first time ever. But that's kind of my experience. It was luckily indoors because an indoor mini golf thing, because it was raining outside when I went. I was just like, oh, thank goodness. Who wants to be outside raining while playing golf or mini golf? Really, any sports. Finding a Starly. No mini golf, but it's been years. Simply steal whole. Now that I have so much desire to actually touch one, mind you. Please let me see Starly's entry in that Pokedex the moment you completed it. So Marley, the completed Pokedex entry to I have to capture another Starly, I guess. Okay, fine. Those ears. I know Shink's ears have odd markings on the inside, but what were they? Oh, use, I can't remember. This will keep me up all night. Aren't you the Survey Corps? If you catch a Shinx, would you show it to me? Gotta see one with my own eyes. So, could I show you the Shinx that I do have? Went to Myrtle Beach a few months ago. There was so many mini golf places there. It's like a lot of touristy places have a lot of mini golfs, huh? I noticed that myself. I wonder if Disney has mini golf. I would not be surprised. I know Disney World has like a actual golf course there, like in the sports center place. I never been to the sports center there. I only just been able to go to downtown Disney. Oh, sorry, Disney Springs, as it's called now. A few years ago. Yes, I do have a Shinx. That's it. Its ears has a yellow cross pattern, kind of like a star. You tell what a relief this is? I feel like I have a bone stuck in my throat. Maybe the throat's my brain and the bone's the thought. Metaphor, but okay. Oh, thank you for the sip, Kudo. I shall take. Ooh. Apparently it's good to have both water. To have some water if you're also having like some green tea. Which I noticed green tea does kind of make me a little parched for some reason, even as I'm drinking it. Let's go actually capture some Pokemons. The Pokemans. The mans of Poke. You know, I wish they had loading screens where you can influence them, kind of like a Dragon Ball Budokai. You know, if you like spin your controller enough times, it does like an effect on the screen. They never really do that anymore. Load screens are usually pretty quick anyways, so I guess that's one thing you lose. Research task. Gotcha. Research tasks are tasks you need to carry out to complete the Pokédex. Each Pokemon species has a different number and variety of tasks. Press down to open your Pokédex. See what task available. Okay. You can instantly check. When you're focused on a wild Pokemon, you can check instantly. Some Pokemon have unusual research tasks. Oh no. You must capture and battle a diverse Pokemon species. Carry out plenty of research tasks. Do so, you'll gain research points and other rewards for your work. Now there's one more nugget of wisdom I got to share, Lily. A Pokemon may attack you at any time. When they do, dodge like your life depends on it. Dodge? Look, just watch me, will you? Then you'll be able to copy what I do. Here I go! See? That's how you dodge. Every time I hear or see the word dodge, I just think of Dragon Ball Z Bridge. Dodge! Dodge what? Kindly dodge will keep you from getting hurt for the fierce attacks of wild Pokemon. Why couldn't you dodge? If you'd rather not end up blacked out in a field like I did. And that Shinx got me with Thundershock. I might have done for the security corps hadn't come and saved me. Worry not. You got me here to give you tips. I'll teach you plenty. Don't worry. Got your back. Get ready for some Survey Core wisdom. Focus on a Pokemon with ZL and press down on the Pokedex. To open the Pokedex. We'll see what task you have for that Pokemon. The game literally just told. Okay. See, your research tasks for Bidoof include how many you caught? That's right. Catching one won't just do. You gotta capture 2, then 4, then more and more. Bidoof's just like, hey, it's time to battle a Pokemon. Yeah, I got that. Wait, now I gotta fight a Bidoof? Okay. Hi. Number of times caught. 25 times? Really? Holy smokes. Number defeated. Number of different forms you have attained. Number you've evolved. Investigate the Bidoof that bothered the village. I guess we're starting with the Pokemon one. Sorry, Bidoof. You kinda gotta go. Bidoof is just like, why are you fighting me? I'm sorry. This has to go. That has to be the way. Sorry, Bidoof. Had to be this way. Oh, I have a... I have a lot less Pokeballs than I thought I did. I know I'm laying it thick on it, thick, but don't forget to open your Pokedex when you focus on a Pokemon to do your research task. Hold ZL and down. Try checking your task for Starly next. Okay. Don't worry, Ray. Okay. Number of times defeated. Okay. That's not as bad. caught Starly's unawares. Hoping you would have a thunder move, Shinx. Or he's keeping its guard up. Wonder if we could find a shiny in the overworld then. You know? Do a shiny hunt. God, that would be something. I could just be lazy, do that instead. Hey, look, the Buzzle! Try to hit it with your moves, just like a Shinx. You need a battle to catch it. Dangers of taking damage. If you take too much damage within a short time, you're in danger of blacking out. You tell you're in danger when the edge of the screen turns red. Damage goes away over time, but you won't begin to recover if you're still being targeted by a wild Pokemon. If you take any further damages after the edge of the screen turns red, you'll be overwhelmed and blacked out. That's not good. Speaking of which, research tasks for Buzzle includes seeing it use a certain move. Gotta see the move in battle for it to count towards that task. Ooh. Hi, Mocha. How it goes, How goes it today? Let's see if I have... No quick attack. I mean, just quick attack. Okay, that's fine. Mocha things. Need some cookies. Awesome. No, you don't. No. Oh, look, there's a crystal thing. Oh, I should have checked to see what move I needed to, do. I messed up. I messed up. What kind of cookies, by the way? Got one, yay. Times you've seen Aqua Jet. Oh no. I gotta see Aqua Jet? Really? That's not good. Tumblestone. There's the Tumblestone. Okay. What if I could get attacked by 2? Wait, how do I dodge? Why? Whoa! Okay, I see. I see now. Chocolate chip. Yo, nice. Chocolate chip does sound bad right now. I've been wanting to get some these tasty cakes, the butterscotch crumpets or crumpets. What's it called again? Like, those are the things I really like. Why's the game have to be so loud at times? Why? Usual, please. Use your freaking water, please. I changed to another one. Wish I had cookies. Me too. You gave me one, but well, you know, it's so far. Okay, we're just gonna keep switching Pokemon, and hopefully, Buzzle will then destroy me using the Aqua Jet. Buzzle, please. Fine. Knock your own death. I want a cookie though. I gained quick attack though. Whoa. Dang, Starly, you're pretty strong. Just knock them out. What was the quest that I have to do again? Quite a few. I don't think I'll be catching any more Cyndaquils or whatever for a while, huh? Number of times you've seen it use quick attack. Okay. I guess once it reaches the first full, whatever, it gets to, research level? Guess so. Romp button. There you go. A Wurmple. So the completed entry decks for Starly. That one's gonna take a bit. Catch a Buzzle to give to Dorian. Okay. I gotta find a Wurmple then. That's fine. We could do that. Wurmple. A faraway, there's the Wurmples. Okay. No. No, I didn't mean to battle. This will be poison. Okay. Ooh. That was a close one. Uh-oh. Please, I just want to capture a worm. A worm fella. Thank you. Remember at times you've seen it? Quick attack. Speaking of apricorns. Doing pretty well for a mystery stranger from the sky. A little reward for me. Your own crafting kit. Well, that's good. Hooray. Can craft now. However, unlike a workbench, you'll only be able to use materials in your satchel. You won't be able to craft more items than your satchel can hold. A recipe for potions, too. Okay, then how big is our item bag, then? Craft anywhere. As long as you got an apricorn and tumblestone, you can make a Pokeball anytime. Or an Oron berry and a medical leaf, you can whip up a potion to heal your Pokemon. Research going all right? See if you got tasks ready to turn into Pokedex cover. Yes, technically? Key items. Alright, we need to craft some more Pokeballs. There we go. Boiled apricorn. Oh no. Guess if we're just doing it by ourselves, it's okay to heal like this. It's okay. For times you've seen it use poison sting. Okay. My own Wurmple now, so I could bring that out instead. How do I, there we go. No, hold on. Pokedex, no. Ah! Full getting ears pierced? Nice. Like, I've, oh, you can't change your Poke? Oh, no. I was hoping I could. Sad. Like, I've, never had anything pierce before. I thought about getting one of those, like, fake ones. Just to... Like, the clip-on ones. Just to see, because I don't... Yeah. A Ponyta! Oh, Ponyta's in this game. Okay. We know what we gotta... I know what we have to do. I know what we have to do. Number of heavy species you've caught. Oh. Times you've given it food. Number of times you've defeated with water type move. Diesel, it's your time to shine. It's too stunned to move. All right, one more time should be okay. Easy peasy. I guess I do need a Pokemon for this one. Da-ba-da. Bidoof is just chilling. Number of caught. Okay, so I could do... I'll catch one more and then defeat another one. That seems so mean though. Sorry, Bidoof. Jinx needs to Thundershock though. Wow, that you're a tanky one actually. You need to get a fighting type move here. Grit Dust. Mysterious dust that can raise the effort level for one of the Pokemon stats. It can be used to raise effort levels up to 3 times though. Okay. That's nice to know. Maybe. Oh, I need to know. I need to see it use Aqua Jet, so. I was hoping I could, like, cheese it and maybe see the move get coming towards me as it was happening, but... Alright, check what these people have to say, too. Got any free items? Worn out, I have a rest in a tent at one of our base camp. I also rested to pass some time. If it's nighttime and you're scared to be surveying, then it's a fine option. Okay. Did I capture one already? Hold on. Numbers caught. Okay. without being spotted. Oh. All right. Remember time you caught without being spotted. Say the music's really good, actually. Like, really good. Like that piano? Piano's my jam, let's say. Like I heard, even though I haven't played it myself, the remake of Diamond and Pearl, I listened to the remake versions of Cynthia's theme a few times. The one before the actual battle happens. So like as you're meeting her in the before the battle, just the piano's just going ham. It's like my go-to, one of my go-to jams for Pokemon music. Oh, no, we're good. No Shinx. I don't want to fight you. I know I have to, but I don't want to. Defeated with a ground type move. And it used bite. You need to fight it though. Oh! That went well. Over here. I see. Is that a... I know that Pokemon. You strong Pokemon that make her home on the other side of this bridge. I'll let you pass until your first star recruit. You'll probably be alright. Aww. I recognize that Pokemon though. What is that? It's an insect. I know that. The bug Pokemon. Well, that's going to annoy me now. Alright, so Shinx territory is over here. Captured 3 of them though. Heyo. Okay. Need to capture 1 more then. Okay. Fine. It's all good. It's all gravy. Increase my, Oh, it's a Wurple. Okay. Got excited there for a second. Whoa! I see. Could get up there. Up here. Can I cut up there? No, I can do it. No, no. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally legit. Totally legit. You do it. Can you jump? What if I shimmy up there? Wait, no, hold on. I did it. No, get back. You're doing it. No. Why did I go back? No. What if I strategically... Okay, I'm going to climb up this like how you do in Skyrim with the horse. Has to be a way up there. Look at that item. Look at it. It's a different type of stone. I must get it. I want. Fine. Oh, it's starting to become nighttime. Wonder if that means, if new Pokemon will come out then. Oh, it's just wood. Like, what? What was that noise? Is that a cave over there? Hold on. Caves? No. IRL probably get up there in 10 seconds. I mean, I probably could too, but apparently my character is, does not want to. Okay, I need to capture it one more time. Did not mean to do that. Can't, I'm weak, big, but weak. Ooh, critical. That was easy. No. You don't need to see me. Fine. Hee. Got it. Okay. Time to run. Uh-oh. Are you really chasing me? You can stay down there, it's fine. A Drifloon! Ah. Uh-oh. Oh, come back here. I must see. Number of times you defeated with the ghost move, times you've seen it use confusion, hypnosis. Investigate whether Drifloon truly does play with kids. Oh, that rumor. Oh no. Catch it at night. Pretty sure this is considered nighttime. Nice. Okay, good. It is at night. Okay. When I say it disappeared on me, don't do that. Because it's ghost. Because ghost. The ghost. There's any ghost Pokemon that I'm actually like cool with, it's the Drifloon and the Chandelier line. Like Gengar is classic. Well, I won't dispute that. There's other ghost types too, you know. Oh ho! If it isn't a crafting kit. So listen attentively to Ray's teachings. Excellent work, dear girl. It's a good time to explain to you about survey reports and the rewards they offer. Money! That's always good. Give more money if you fill certain conditions, such as catching a species for the first time. On that note, check the research task you completed thus far. Oh, here's you go. Thought I said dear girl, not dear girl. I mean, in this you know, if we're talking about me, it works both ways. Total 10 or more Pokemon in one report. Ooh. PCs caught 7. Pokemon caught for the first time 7. Caught using a back strikes. Most illuminating. I'll update our Pokedex with this new data. Carrying out research tasks and submitting survey reports. You'll raise the research levels of the Pokemon species you encounter. Raise a Pokemon's entry to level 10. That entry will be considered complete. You have unlocked all the details, information to be had of that species. Carry out tasks, complete the Pokedex. You also gain research points that review the cover in your Pokedex. If you reach a certain number of points, you'll be able to move up the ranks of Galaxy Expedition Team. Oh, look! Hails from the Johto region. Though usually curled into a ball due to its timid disposition, it harbors tremendous firepower. Wait, it did the thing? Really? What? Oh, okay. So those are just extra stuff you could do. Okay. So it's like 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. So Shinx is considered done? Wow. Different forms you have attained to. When have I attained 2? What? What? I won't complain, but what? Oh. Okay. Okay. I was going like, you mean like shiny? No, not what they mean. Pokemon's just been documented. Investigations is ongoing. We've only done 2 stuff. I haven't defeated it any yet. Research task. Ooh. Well, did you look at that? Move up, ready to move up the ranks. Right, who needed that Starly? Did you? No. Somebody wanted a task. I think you wanted a task as well, right? Wurple! There we go. They brought one. Must be good as the rumors say. I'd like to name this Wurmple right away. Been told a Wurmple will evolve into a Pokemon known as a Beautifly. I should give it a name with that in mind. Tough decision. What do you like best? Beautiticious, Beautifred, or Beautigene? I guess the first one. Oh, I liked Beautiticia too. I guess that's decided then. Wurmple can evolve. Get honey. Buzzle. Right, the Buzzle. I just stand there. You wanted a Buzzle, right? Probably a bigger Buzzle? Oh, but I had to give up this one. Oh well. Good gravy! I didn't expect you to bring one so quickly. Right, looking for a bigger one too, though. One that's at least 2.2 feet and 8 inches would be great. Oh, okay. I see. I failed. Could have been more specific when you gave me the task the first time around. Already seen some pretty good fan art for the game. Mostly of me. Pro version. I've seen a few of the guy protag though. And one of the what was his name? The one who looks like Cynthia but isn't. I'm sure as the days go and weeks goes on, we'll see plenty of more good fan art. Huh, you made progress. Seems you have earned yourself a star. With this, we've officially attained the rank of first star in the Galaxy Expedition Team. 10 ranks? Oh, okay. Now use heavy balls. Pokemon of level 20 will obey you. What you earn for your survey reports will be generous too. Have these as well, for the recipes you'll need for crafting. Heavy balls. Black Tumblestone. Oh. And revives. That'll be pretty good. I'll need revives. Stranger like you should fall from the sky and yet flourish among us like this. It's a testament to your native talent and hard work. Most people prefer it when things are simple enough to be judged on face value alone. Proving your worth by moving up through our ranks is something anyone can understand. Keep at it. Even if you did fall from the sky, people will may be more willing to accept you. Working your way through the ranks will also be a help. Wish to make a life for yourself here. A higher rank will grant you access to more types of Pokeballs and greater rewards. Yeah. For today at least, yourself a meal at the Wallflower and a good night's rest. Yeah, it's like in game, it's like I went from the test and now straight to the first field work. Oh, Lily might go. Leave a jolly good congratulations in this order. Well done on earning your first star. Our usual order of potato mochi tastes even better when there's something to celebrate. By the way, taking on that request Beauregard had? I sure did. Most people here don't know much about Pokemon. You know this, right? So our job is to survey Corps to take care of any issues that crop up because of that. Basically Pokemon problem solvers. Indeed so! Some Pokemon, some people will ask for your help when you talk to them. Others need to be claimed for the blackboard I keep in my lab. Oh? Speaking of which, what's your report with a request recently, Ray? What's it all about? That one would be better fit for Lily than me. I don't think I'll be able to pull it off unless I get a better Pokemon battling first. Ah, yes. Request came from Mai of the Diamond Clan, if I recall. Well, the Diamond Clan have lived here in Hisui before the Galaxy team arrived. We can establish good relations. I'm sure there's much we can learn from them. Any more about the local Pokemon? We can discuss all that tomorrow. But today, go eat up, get some rest. Thanks, Professor. Potato mochi. I think I still have that recipe up. How does one make potato mochi? It does not look like the we were just looking at. Ooh, okay. Potato, katakuriko, milk or soy milk, salt, pepper, butter. Okay. Oh, but I had to join a website. I'm good. I'm good. I don't like it when if you want to read stuff and then you're like, join the website first if you want to read more. Like, I'm good. Good. Good on that. Or if they're like, hey, we know you have ad blocker on. It would be a great service for us if you turn off your ad blocker, pretty please. And so the first time you do it, you agree to turn off your ad blocker, and then you get bombarded with so much crud. It's just like, no, I will turn my ad blocker back on. Thank you very much. Sites that ask you to disable have the worst, or the worst with ads. Yeah. Tell me how you do in battle? Sure. Kick your butt. That's good. Catching lots of Pokemon, you could change up your team at the pastures, just so you know. And the pastures will be where? That's the training ground. Farm. Oh, it's right here. Drop off Pokemon to be cared for. Wait, there's fast travel? What? Hold on. Oh, there's fast travel. That's handy. Pastures house the many Pokemon you catch. Collect them from here to change up your party. I want Drifloon. That's what I want. Jinx, that seems fine. Need to level up my I'll need to level up Drifloon though. Sure. Trading post. Exchange merit points for items, trade Pokemon with others. So there is multiplayer on this. Okay. I wasn't sure about that. Oh, I need to charge my, I need to plug in my iPad. Here. There we go. I don't want it to die on me, or else I'll become a PNG. Thanks for taking a minute for me. I know your plate's full right now. I'm gonna be straightforward with you about something. Everything all right? I don't understand how anyone can handle taking on Pokemon in battle. I'm a Survey Corps member. Yeah, I got my own Pokemon. I just can't do it. Partner? That's right. Take a look. My own partner. Oh, hi. Oh! Oh, snap. It's a Pikachu without the voice. Whoa, they haven't done that in a while. The last few Pokemon games that I know of, it's always been the Pikachu. Pika Pika! That voice. This is my Pikachu. Earn that Shinx attack. Should have had Pikachu fight by my side. My mind just went blank. Really? Get right down to it? Pokemon are terrifying, right? Why should this thing be able to fire electricity? I mean, you're not wrong. Have an electric mouse just accidentally shock you. And it's usually like descriptions of some of these attacks is like, if you're not careful, they will kill you. And that's not counting all the horrible, supernatural-like stuff that some of the Pokemon does. Sometimes. Or things like how Clefairy line is from outer space, I think. And then we got Pokemon who can control time, Pokemon who can traverse time. We got the embodiments of fire, electric, and ice with the Suicune, Raikou, and Entei. Or if they're not embodiments of them, they're definitely something. Watching you complete those research tasks convinced me. I want to do my research Survey Corps work well. Partner and I have to be a team. Our first step being a real team is battling you. Okay. Let's go, Cyndaquil. Oh, okay. Oi, 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 oi. Wow, you are actually at a decent level. I should have leveled up. I did a goof. Made a critical hit works though. I need a quick attack. Ooh. Battle decided. Ooh. Caught me off surprise, off guard actually. Whoops. Wow, you're so in sync with your Pokemon. Yo? That was amazing. Will you fight along your Pokemon? You'll see one bit scared of battling. We'll just have to catch up the best we can, right, Pikachu? Yeah. Fair enough. Pikachu's got a tendency to attack, you see. But he normally stays in his ball. Guess the first step for Pikachu and me might be to getting a little friendlier with each other. By the way, Professor said Pokemon have these things called types. Really make a big difference in how battles go. Pikachu here seems to be an electric type, for example. Oh, right. This whole stuff. You're the one. The new recruit everyone's talking about. Oh, hello. The name's Sisu, captain of the security corps. Paul. I like. Not that Sisu, Zisu. I mean, there is a Buzzle in the game, too. But, I see you got some fight in you. Figured I'd stop by and give what advice I could. Captain Zisu's a master of an ancient martial art where you guide Pokemon in battle. Now listen, Pokemon's truly master its moves, it can actually use them in different styles. On one hand, use to deliver a move in a strong style. The move will deal more damage. Afterwards, it'll take longer for your Pokemon to act. On the other hand, you could unleash a move called in the agile style. Such a move will be less powerful, but Pokemon can act much more quickly afterward. In truly favorable conditions, I'd even get out 2 moves before the opponent can act. Strong styles, agile styles, and of course, regular moves. Choose what's right for a given situation. Direct your Pokemon with a little nudge. You got it. Once your Pokemon has mastered a move, you can use them in either Agile or Strong style with L or R when select a move. Sometimes your Pokemon will naturally master a move and unlock these extra styles simply by leveling up. As we saw with the level up screen there just back. Uses more... Okay, but both of them uses much more EP. So... Oh, one more thing. Want to teach your Pokemon some powerful moves? Just let me know. That's certainly handy for something before tackling Mai's request. Remember? Mentioned it earlier. Heading down now to see about Mai's request. Supposed to meet her down past the foot of Aspiration Hill. You should come along too. You're ready then. Meet us down here, will you? By ready, I mean double checking everything what your Pokemon will bring. Maybe even teaching them some moves from Hisui. Sure. Hisui, what you got? Am I able to hide the interface though? No. Y is dodge. X is that. Wonder. Oh, okay. So that's what that last one is. Check arc foam. Open camera control. Nothing on that though. Interesting. HUD toggling. Choose whether pressing the right stick will display the information. Oh, okay. Ah, that is much better. Here at the training grounds, your Pokemon can master new moves or learn new ones. New moves? What does Drifloon have that I could do? Well, it costs money. Of course it does. Ominous Wind. Maybe a ghost type move though. One of the stuff requires me to defeat Drifloons with a ghost type move, but this works. Here we go. Hiya! There you go. Drifloon's pool of moves has expanded. It's out of curiosity. I can learn Aerial Ace. Okay, I'm good. All right. See if anyone else has requests. I need to capture a bigger Usual. I know that much. Oops. Need to zoom in that like that. Who here needs requests done? I'm your gal. I'm now level 1 too. Please, you need help. I am the person to speak. How big can this range be if we're gonna be catching a lot more Pokemon? Not to mention there's no gate off area right here, so... Oh, you know, I need to make some more items. Heavy balls. All that is too heavy to fly high or far, but it is highly effective if you manage to hit an unsuspecting Pokemon. Okay. A higher chance of capture. That's good at least. Oh, you can even do quest markers too. Ito. Nidoqueen. Oh. Boo! That's the name, Volo. Did I surprise you? I bet I did. I was trying to anyways. There's a secret technique to catching Pokemon, you see. What I call the secret backstrike technique. Hitting a Pokemon's back with your Pokeball will surprise it, making it even easier to catch it, or giving you an advantage once battle starts. Hitting a wild Pokemon behind for a higher chance. Okay, so if there's like a big giant spark like that, okay. You're part of the survey course now, working to create a Pokedex as they all are. I'd end up beating every last Pokemon here in Hisui. You should know I'm already looking forward to the day you accomplish that. Okay. Ooh. What you have? Oh, you're that girl from the survey course who fell from the sky. Listen here for a moment. I need to tell you about this great cake clear recipe I invented. I call it a mushroom cake. That sounds horrifying. Why would you make mushrooms into a cake? That doesn't sound desserty at all. No. It's almost as bad as if you were like doing those gelatin foods. Like, you know, you bake like chicken or whatnot and then you encase it in jello. And those, like, trust me, I've seen those cookbooks from like the 50s and 60s where it's just all about gelatin food. No thank you. No want. Interesting to look at. I don't want to taste it. Folks here aren't catching on to my recipe's Amazing potential. Wonder why. People see you making my mushroom cakes. Famous as you are, I'm sure they'll want to give it a go too. Can I refuse this quest? Did you get the key, scrounge? Not from the forage of thy fellows. Old going. One spriggy mushroom's all you need. I need a springy mushroom. Okay. Okay. How's it go? A marvelous rich tone. Was it produced? I must know. Hello. Are you there? You're from the survey course. Wonderful, just the person I need. I want to learn more about cricketats. Must be curious about them as well. I mean, how do they make those sounds of theirs? Musical mystery like no other. You're dead if you could complete Cricketat's page at your Pokedex and show it to me so we can uncover the truth. So I have to do 2 Pokedex entries? Still need to finish, Charlie's. I'm at 4. I need to get it to 10, right? For it to be considered complete. How do I do that first? Do the Starly. I'll go from there. Turn your back around. It's fine. Oh, what? No. Back here. Aha! There we go. Number of times you caught spotted. Hooray! Now, Shinx, you go that way. Fine. Don't need to see me. Oh, you're right. You're fine. Go ahead. Put your guard down now. Retreat to safety if you find yourself in trouble. A Munchlax. Look, they have a deer on their leggings. Yo. Okay, okay. I don't remember seeing this character in the trailer. My, a new face in the village. Oh, pet the deer, thank you. Not that it matters to me if you're new. You're here, I assume you're prepared to help. I'm one of the wardens of the Diamond Clan. They call me Mai. Suppose you may not even know what a warden is if you're new to Hisui. But such talk can wait. Right now, I'd rather we get straight to the point. I have a problem that needs help solving. More important question is, you feel confident you could lead your Pokemon in battle? I do. That's good to hear. That security corps of yours certainly works up to the task. This here's my partner, Munchlax. We're raised together like siblings. Battles at my side by choice without needing any little silly balls you use. Watch and learn. I knew there was gonna be a battle. I knew it. How high are you? Ooh, okay. Gym battle music? Uh-oh, no. Da 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 da. Oh, this is so good. Whoa. Da 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 da. Whoa. Okay, that's not good. Okay, I got two attacks in me. Okay, I got a burn in at least, so. Okay, if ground is still how it works, then I'll bring out Starly. Strong style, Gus. That did not. Oof. Jerk. I didn't think it would actually it'd be like that. It's so close. Go Buzel. Oh boy, I gotta level up my team actually. Oh, really are one of the usual galaxy buffoons if you could defeat my partner. Well fought, Munchlax. I'll take care of the Pokemon that battle for us. And I'll let you have these. People make all kinds of things with your crafting, don't you? You prove to be useful materials. Vivichokes. Also called a morning dude bud. Uses material for crafting items that can restore vitality. Oh, for the revive. Okay. You and your Pokemon fought well together. Practically acted as one with them. You're like the legendary hero of old. One we told our stories of to our children. I think you're indeed the one for the job. You see, I need someone to deal with an alpha Pokemon causing trouble upon Deer Track Heights. A large, fearsome foe, like any alpha. You'll come, won't you? The Deer Track Heights? What was that face I just made? Is that strange thingamoon thing yours telling you where to go? My, that's some curious sort of map. That one of the Galaxy team inventions I keep hearing about. It really does seem to show the way to Deer Track Heights, up ahead of us. Give this to you. You're gonna have any problems handling an alpha. I need to level up first. Ray. Please don't make me fight. You already know about Almighty Sinnoh. Almighty what now? I mean, I know the region, but... Allow me to sketch out the basics. Almighty Sinnoh steers all time. Said to have created the very universe. Oh, okay. Its powers of time's flow. This land of Hisui was born in the process. By the grace of Almighty Sinnoh, the Pokemon can live and thrive here. We of the Diamond Clan are descendants of a people who crossed the sea and settled here in the Hisui region to venerate Almighty Sinnoh. However, it stole away from the world long ago, hiding itself from our sight. Almighty Sinnoh has rarely been seen by any human, but the old tales are to be trusted. There are still Pokemon here today in Hisui with a connection to Almighty Sinnoh, and it is the duty of wardens like myself to attend to their needs. Pokemon that graces Deer Track Heights is one of those honored few. It is directly descended from a Pokemon that was blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's protection. Follow me, and you may understand. We're about to get our butts kicked, aren't we? Aren't we? Which one are you? Oh, man, you can't hide in the grass. I'm trying to get you. Kricketot. Okay. 4 times you caught it without being spot. Okay. Oh, that was bad. I done goof. Hoops. Level 9? Kidding me? Just in case, just in case. They spot me? Well, they did now. That count as a okay, good. All right, we need a. You need to battle it though. No. Drifloon, can I? Can I interest you in I thought I could the move pool thing that the person was. Did I take out the wrong Drifloon? I think I might have. Oh no. Can I go back? I guess so. I screwed up. I need to get the right fine. I need to get the right stuff first. Buzel. Starly is level 8 though. That's good. And fix what I just did. Get the right Drifloon. Oh. All right. If a Pokemon starts eyeing me, I'll fling an Oran Berry, then run while distracted. Stick to the plan, it's fine. Oh, Survey Corps girl. Just hanging out to field lands to go gather tumblestones, but got as many Oran Berries as I like. Your Oran Berries? Or some HP to Pokemon to eat them. I imagine Pokemon tend to be very interested in them. See where I'm going with this? Throwing Oran Berries is a great way to distract and avoid wild Pokemon. They're indispensable. With that in mind, trouble you to gather 5 Oran Berries for me? Sure. Sure, here you go. Gratefully accept. Gosh, can't believe you went to the trouble finding these for me. Need to help. Gosh, you're nice for someone who fell out of the sky. Just tuck these away in my satchel. Won't let your kindness go to waste. Good luck in those tumblestones. Ooh, revives. I'll take that. What? Hold on. I thought I was taught the move. Now I'm confused. Okay, I need to go back to that person. Did you or did you not teach me my move? What do you mean he already knows? Griffloon knows the move. No, he doesn't. Not in his move pool. Seed of Mastery. Okay. All right. Okay. I gotcha. I gotta be hurt. Anyone else on the main street here? No? Hey, you there. Bursting with Bidoof and lots of other Pokemons. No exaggeration to say this land belongs to them. Alright. Do this correctly again. Ba-da-ba. Switch up your Pokemon? Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I got your Kricketot. When you completed the Pokedex. Oh, never mind. What do I have to do for that? Number of times you caught without being spotted. Number of times defeated. Numbers caught. Times you've given it food. How do I do that? Probably this stuff, huh? Might be a while before I could do that properly. Like that, though. Starly. Hi, Starly. No. No, it's fine. No! Leave me alone! Trying to do important survey work. Good. He hasn't discovered the concept of bridges yet. Was hoping I could do like motion control or like the movement of the balls, kind of like with Splatoon. You could do that. Doesn't seem to be the case. Not the most important thing in the world. Kricketot ran away. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Come out here, yo. See if you can survive a gust. Ooh. Do that more times. Wrong style. When does Swift Starly evolve again? This to Swiftly, is it? Swifty? God, I can't remember what it's called. Hopefully not too far. Times you caught it without being spotted. All right, 2 more times. That's easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, as I sometimes say. Hold on. I need a good picture. There you go. That's better. Definitely a lot of picturesque moments. To take. Or Swift. Or Starlies over there. Probably higher levels now. Or caught. Or defeated. Okay. Level 10. Okay. No! Ah. I need to fight you. Come on. Please accept this electric shock. It knows. It knows it doesn't want the electricity. Too smart for its own good. Oh, whoops. Geodudes. Oh. Am I helping a guy out? I'm after some cherry berries. You know them? Shiny red ones. Growing some trees around here, but I don't have any Pokemon that can reach them for me. That's where you come in, friend. Throw one of your Pokeballs at a berry tree. Pokemon up, grab the berries for you. Or you throw the Pokeball, and not an empty one. Give me 3 cherry berries, I'll tell you another handy tip. Look at that. 1 extra, to get, just to be sure. You could throw a berry near a wild Pokemon to grab their attention. Try to give it on some of those Cricketots around there. Right, the Oron person was telling me about that earlier. If I do that for the Charlies, they won't oh, oh. Burr me? Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on. Can't have that. Get back here. I ain't letting you run away. Oh, sir. The heck was that? Okay, so I guess note to self: be wary about wiggly trees. Number of times he's defeated with a flying type move. Okay. Number of times he's seen it leap out of trees. Number defeated. Okay, we could do those. I need to make some healing items though. I forgot. I didn't mean to I've been meaning to, I should say. Make some, but I goofed. I done goofed. Well, there's a Zubat too. The classics. Survived! It survived! Survived a water move. You are hereby granted permission. Join me. Thank you. You knew what I had to offer. I hope there's a tent nearby too. I'd rather not die. Have my Pokemon die out here. At the moment. I don't know if these are aggressive type. Or not. Oh, I got the strike. Number of heavy species you caught. Looks like they haven't caught on to me at least. Ball of mud. Oh no, why is it moving? I don't like that. Oh, Bews will go after. God dang it. I'm obscured. Black Tumblestone. Hey, that's the stuff for the heavy ball. No, 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 no. You're good. You're good. Don't see me. Caught during daylight times. Oh, that's different. Times he's seen it use Gus. I meant to use a Pokeball, not a fight. That's my bad. Oh well, fine. All the same results. Get in there, little one. Yeah. Whenever when you're able to like give them nicknames. If different music. What the heck? Oh, that. The soundtrack is gonna be amazing to listen back to. I've played more of the game. Already sounding really good. Please have there be a camp up here, though. Don't want to have to trek all the way back. Hello. Am I about to die? Ah, even your professor decided to join us. Oh, hi, Leviton. Ooh, thank goodness I got here in time. As a Pokemon researcher, I could hardly miss out on a chance to just observe an alpha. Now, can I? Close at your business. Fine. As long as you stay out of the way. This is Deer Track Heights, where I've come to pay tribute to a special Pokemon. Pokemon descended from one of those ancients blessed by Almighty Sinnoh. One of those ones. That's not it. It's only a troublemaker. Here to disturb the peace with its racket. Oh, I love the noise! Whoop. That's what you're here for, to drive that interloper from this place. I'll ensure your Pokemon are ready for battle. Thank you. What? It's a bug Pokemon, but what is this other type? Upon my word, what a large specimen. No wonder alpha Pokemon are feared across the land if they're as oversized as this one. Exactly. They're not only big, though. They are strong. They may know moves others of their kind do not. They're not to be trifled with, let me tell you. Nonetheless, I believe you're stronger still than this alpha. Go show it that, beyond any mistake. Be careful, Lily. Size is a potent weapon in and of itself. No doubt this alpha is a powerful and hardy foe. You must face it. Your Pokemon have some strong moves at their disposal. Alpha Pokemon. Pokemon whose eyes glow red are called Alpha Pokemon. Alpha Pokemon are larger than others, and may know moves that are rare for their species. Appear to be very difficult to catch. What I haven't done, I have not saved either. I think I shall save the game because I don't want to die. Alpha Pokemon are vampires. They're looking like one right now, that's for sure. Probably telling me, yo, bucko, I want to level up a bit. To which I say, no. Oh, you want me to approach you first? Is this a JoJo time? Oh, you're approaching me? Okay. Action speeds. Press Y to check the action order. Okay, that part I sort of see. Action speed is based on speed stats, but couldn't it be affected by moves? Filled with a full might. Uh-oh. I can shock it. And bye, Shanks. Bidoof? Well, I can use tackle on me if I use my Drifloon. I'm trying to not outright kill it. I want to try to capture it. Right. Oh, okay, so it does know another move. That's fine. How about hypnosis? Ah! Why does Aerial Ace have to have a high chance of actually working? Well, nice to know you, Drifloon. Stop showing off. Maybe one more hit in, and I should be able to capture it. Cool. It'd be better if I had like a heavy ball, though. Oof. Oh no! Right, it's a game. It's a war of attrition right now. Have some revives if needs must, but I'd rather not. God, that noise is so good. Oh, come on. I know I can capture it. The Quill. I was hoping for that Thunder Shock to actually work. I'm gonna revive Riftloon, so I could try to get it to sleep. The hypnosis. Oh, okay. Please don't miss your hypnosis this time. Yes! Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Rousey. Rousey the move. See if this helps. Yay! Good going, Drifloon. Really are impressive one, aren't you? Someone best an alpha like that truly reminds me of the legend of the old hero. Yes, make sure your Pokemon are taken care of after facing off against a foe. Rare! Oh, what in the world? Deer. It's the great white deer. From the Johto region. Well, if different form, but looks upon you with kindness, Lilly. I'd say the great white deer has taken a liking to you. That's fortunate. An esteemed Pokemon that could dash across the expanses of Hisui while bearing a human on his back. A human he deems worthy, at least. A blessing to us all. Remarkable. Truly outstanding stuff. Pokemon letting someone ride on it. Much just like the ride Pokemon of Alola. Professor, take things went smoothly. Emo means black soul. I'm here on Captain Silene's orders. I'd be able to set up a base camp here once Lilly took care of her request. About that. I knew this was a joint decision by Adaman and the commander, but still. Really set up fine for us to set up more base camps like this? The Hisui Region is a land created by Almighty Sinnoh for the sake of its Pokemon. Our goal is to coexist and thrive together with the Pokemon. Imagine you should be allowed to use this land. Great White Deer has taken a liking to Lilly as well. This is a good sign. You have my thanks for what you did today. Finally, we're here of how you aided us. I'll come to show my appreciation with the proper reward as soon as I can. Neat. How about clothes with deers on them, for example? I wonder if that something I could get at the tailor place. With the aesthetic. Well, for to coexist and thrive with Pokemon. Or know them better. First step towards that is completing the Pokedex. Construction Corps will be here soon. They'll have our new base camp pitched in no time. Hooray, fast travel base camps. Oh, that quickly. Okay. That works with me. Here we have it. A new base camp upon Deer Track Heights. I'll call it the Heights Camp. Real good with names. I see. From now on, when you set out from the village, you're going to be asked to be escorted to this base camp. To start your excursions directly from here. Having more base camps ought to make our survey work easier, huh? Good? How about that? Well, we head to the Wallflower like usual. Alpha Pokemon caught is 1. Guess I gotta start preparing for those too. I gotta get this. Oh, how about Starly? Starly? I didn't catch anything with Starly. Whoops. Oh, Shank said it's Shanks and Buzel are fully whatever it's called. Nice. How is Geodude already? What? Unit times used rollout. Times he defeated using a water move. Oh. Okay. But you can still, like, be extra thorough and do more research points. Okay. That makes sense. I getcha. Now. Any old chum, the usual potato mochi, please. For you today as well. Whenever he's just like, oh, brother. Same food every day. Heard the grave news? Frenzy cleavor from the rumors. Ended up mauling some of our folks. Mauling? Ooh. Oof. There's not that much tea left. Oh well. The last of it. Critical Core had a hard time getting the injured back on their feet. Ah, this Cleavor that's reportedly struck by powerful lightning, yes? Here he's been behaving most erratically since then. Well, further investigations in order. Survey Corps will, of course, step up to the task. The amount of danger is inevitable when researching unfamiliar Pokemon. I'm sure Lilly here can handle things fine. That Cleavor is said to be much, much stronger than even Alpha Pokemon, isn't he? Oh, now. I forgot the strengths. Pokemon are key information that we at the Survey Corps are duty-bound to research. This perilous work of ours calls for a clear head and fighting fit physique. I do believe a good night's sleep's in order after this fine meal. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. The next day. Rise and shine. Boss wants you. Komodo, that is. Get yourself to the commander's office. Okie dokie. I'll check out the tailor place first. Get a good rest. Look who's being punctual. Finally realize you are wasting Almighty Sinnoh's precious time by bowing to a sham. What the heck is happening here? There you go again, insisting on your false image of Almighty Sinnoh as a ruler of time. My people follow the true Almighty Sinnoh, the font of all creation and ruler of space. Ah, you can have all the space there is and still not know what to do with it. Excuse me? Really suggesting you make better use of your time than we make of this vast Hisui space? Better than some. Miracle you showed up on time, almighty leader of the Pearl Clan. I'm worried you got lost in the pointlessly fast space you're so fond of and never show up. Oh, me get lost? Oh, this is good. Almighty Sinnoh's great gifts to the Pearl Clan, and our world's very basis. You wish. I wish I hadn't let myself get dragged into arguing you. Almighty Sinnoh, forgive me. What a waste of time. I'm off to Commander Komodo's office. I believe it was you who started it. Diamond, Pearl. Ha 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 ha. Another day with those two, I see. Name's Adamon. He's the leader of the Diamond Clan. Put a lot of importance in time, I tell. Girl's Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. What about space? Richard would call it, right? Our world's very basis. Whenever they run into each other, same arguments flare up. Like they inherited some bad blood from their predecessor's strife. Oh well, not our problem. Though the game says so, isn't it? Huh? You'll have problems if you don't get yourself to the commander's office. But first, close. Special parcels arrived with your name on it. Oh? Giant shaman fancy kimono and a pair of shaman fancy bottoms. Oh right, I forgot to get the to change the clothes. Wait, more? Pikachu festival mask and Eevee? Okay, sure. Here you can go to your new No, I wanna... Oh, okay. I see. Ah, okay. Fancy kimono? Fancy bottoms. Karate gi. No, I'm good. I'll go down to karate gi. That's fine. No defeat though. Good. We're good on that. A Cyndaquil. Fancy kimono though. That's cool. But I could change my clothes here. Aw. I mean, I won't, though. No. There we go. If she upgrades it with more gear stuff, that'd be good. I think I'm gonna end it off here for today, or night. Kinda late for me. I'm gonna get to bed here soon. Have some... Wake up, it'll be like bread pudding time, y'all. Heck yeah. So yeah, let's like Lulu is doing some phasmophobia, so why don't we go see what them what they're all about. Yeah. Oh, good, you had it already. I was about to type it. Thank you. All right, thanks again for this. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I might. It's I might stream tomorrow, depending on circumstances, but that's it for me. Glad y'all stay by. And yeah, time for food and sleep. Later. Thanks again.